Welcome NFL fans, you're locked in for a trip through gridiron history, one classic at a time. If you watched my video from earlier today, we landed at Lambeau Field in 2012. In this evening's video, we're staying right there at Lambeau Field for the final Sunday of the 1969 season. It was December 21st, and the 7-6 Green Bay Packers are hosting the 4-8-1 St. Louis Cardinals. It's 17 degrees, and the Packers are favored by a touchdown. The Packers were 34-20-3 head-to-head in the two teams' shared history. It was a back-and-forth relationship. The Packers had won the past 5 in a row against the Cardinals, but St. Louis won 7 in a row before that. Prior to that, the Packers had won 15 in a row, and so on. Charlie Winner was leading the Cardinals. It was his 4th season coaching the team, and he was 27-24-4 without a postseason game to his credit. It's not easy to follow a legend, but Phil Bankston was given the unenviable task of following Vince Lombardi. He was in his 2nd season coaching the Pack, and he had a 13-13-1 record. Don Horn was Green Bay's quarterback that day, making his 7th career start in his 3rd season in the NFL. Charlie Johnson was in his 9th season as a quarterback with St. Louis, and had made the Pro Bowl in 1963. He had a career rating of 69.6 and just about a 1-to-1 ratio between touchdowns and interceptions. St. Louis tight end Jackie Smith and Green Bay linebacker Dave Robinson would one day both enter the Hall of Fame. But on this day, both were just playing out the string of a playoff-less season. This video is from NFL Films. Enjoy.
In Green Bay, Wisconsin, 50,000 Packer backers were reminded of the glorious past as a special tribute was paid to 2 retiring stars, Willie Davis and Forrest Gregg. But young quarterback Don Horn offered the Packer fans a foretaste of the future as he fired 5 touchdown strikes to pace the Packers to an overwhelming victory over St. Louis. Veteran Boyd Dowler, number 86, was on the receiving end of 2 scoring shots as Horn passed for 410 yards to establish a Green Bay record. The influence of Bart Starr on the young signal caller was clearly evident as one of Horn's touchdown bombs came on a 3rd and short yardage situation near midfield. Carroll Dale ran into the end zone untouched. Horn utilized 2 young runners to complement his air attack. Rookie Dave Hampton, number 25, toured in for 1 score, while Travis Williams, number 23, contributed consistent yardage both as a runner and as a pass catcher. Horn and Williams, both with only 3 years of experience in pro ball, will form the nucleus of a potentially explosive Packer attack that could bring joy to the home folk in Green Bay for many years to come. Although outscored and outplayed, the Cardinals managed several spectacular moments. John Gilliam, number 44, rocketed 100 yards through the heart of the Packers with the second half kickoff. Gilliam, whose exciting play has been one of the few bright spots in an otherwise lackluster season for the Cardinals, scored another touchdown on a 12-yard pass from quarterback Charlie Johnson. Big Jackie Smith tallied another score on a quick out pass from Johnson. All-Pro Larry Wilson, who seems to always play well regardless of the score, contributed a touchdown to the Cardinal cause when he scooped up a Packer fumble and galloped 88 yards to a touchdown. Wilson's effort, however, was the only happy moment for the St. Louis defense as they yielded 45 points to the Packers and lost.
Horton played the game of his life, throwing for a quarter of the touchdowns from his entire 8-season career. He was 22 for 31 for 410 yards. That's the first time any Packers quarterback had ever eclipsed the 400-yard mark. He threw for 5 touchdowns and 1 pick for a 139.4 rating. Carroll Dale caught 9 balls for 195 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Boyd Dowler pulled down 6 for 102 and another pair of touchdowns. Travis Williams led the ground game with 38 yards on 8 carries, also catching 2 passes for 17 yards and a touchdown. Dave Hampton rushed 8 times for 35 and another score. For the Cardinals, Johnson rated at 95.0, which isn't bad unless you're facing super sub Don Horn. Johnson completed 17 for 27 passes for 202 yards, 2 scores, and 1 interception. John Gilliam was his leading receiver with 6 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. Sid Edwards and Johnny Rowland led the running game with 9 carries each for 28 and 33 yards, respectively. As far as the 1969 season, this was the end of the road for both teams, and both finished third in their respective divisions. The Cardinals turned in a 4-9-1 record in the NFL Century Division, and the Packers were 8-6 in the NFL Central Division. Alright, we're going to set up Monday morning's video. First, we'll clear out this one, number 86. Pick our number 87. We have 17792 games left that we haven't touched yet. 13851. Alright, it's going to be 2010. What we got here? Chargers and Texans. Alright, let's go to Texas. Thanks for watching today. If you're still watching, go ahead and subscribe. This video is number 86 out of 17,878 and counting. I can't stop until this is done. Until next time, keep the laces out and keep the history alive. And I'll see you on the next kickoff. Bye.